all-new air disasters. A test flight turns deadly when an Airbus crashes in the Mediterranean Sea. Was it a mechanical flaw or pilot error?
There's simultaneous failures.
Air disasters, imperfect pitch. Next Sunday at 8.
Next on Smithsonian Channel, mighty cruise ships.
Itavia Flight 870's reassembled fuselage reveals a new hole at the back of the plane. It appears to have been caused by a bomb.
Yes, well, we know what that is.
Investigators study more wreckage from that part of the
What have
plane.
we got here? Huh. Well, look at you.
The steel wash basin has been bent upwards by an explosion. Just what investigators would expect to see if a bomb exploded in the rear lavatory.
Yeah.
The more we discovered, the more they all pointed back to an explosion in the rear toilet area.
Taylor and his team finally have enough evidence to say what brought down Itavia Flight 870.
Good.
I think it was a bomb.
There was no eureka moment. We just, from there, it was just a gradual process of finding more evidence and no contradictory evidence.
There's just one more test they need to do to be sure.
Okay, let's blow it up and see what happens.
Investigators place explosives inside a DC lavatory to test their theory that a bomb brought down Flight 870. If the shattered pieces match Flight 870's debris,
Okay, let's go see how we did.
it will provide strong evidence that they're right. The explosion creates distinctive damage. It's nearly identical to what was seen in the debris from the lavatory of Flight 870.
Okay, measure that, will you? Yeah.
We were absolutely sure, yes, no doubt.
The evidence can't reveal who planted the bomb, but investigators now have a good idea where it was placed. The bomb was probably small enough to hide inside the tissue holder or behind the wash basin.
You can put something in there, you can reach around behind that and get closer to the aircraft skin.
Based on the physical evidence, the aircraft's last radar return, and the location of debris, investigators now have a clear picture of Flight 870's final moments.
Itavia 870.
Call back for descent.
Thank you for everything. We'll call you for descent 870.
What?
There was an explosion close to the pylon of the right-hand engine, which caused the right-hand engine to come off.
In less than 10 seconds, the plane breaks apart and plunges into the sea. In 1994, after 4 years of work, Frank Taylor's team files its report. For the first time since the disaster, investigators claim to have indisputable evidence that a bomb blew up Flight 870.
Frank Taylor's team didn't reach any conclusions except ones which were based on hard physical evidence. There was no theorizing going on.
Taylor's report is the last word of the technical investigation of the Itavia tragedy. But in Italy, his findings are overshadowed by an ongoing judicial inquiry that has been consumed with the missile theory since the beginning.
In Italy, really, the judiciary just seemed to be able to ride roughshod over whatever's happening.
Well, we were told that, in effect, that our report was useless.
The judiciary in Italy just found Frank Taylor's findings inconvenient. I don't think they ordered it not to be published. They just made a decision that they wouldn't publish it.
Most Italians still believe in the missile theory, despite scientific evidence to the contrary.
The public opinion was much more intrigued by the possibility that there was a cover-up, military or political cover-up.
In 2013, at a hearing to assign financial liability for the accident, the Italian Supreme Court rules that a missile of unknown origin shot down Flight 870 and orders the government to pay 100 million euros to the victims' families. The ruling is a relief to the families, but leaves some wondering if important evidence was ignored.
I'm sorry, but Italy is a dreadful place to have an aviation accident. If you want the truth, you're less likely to find it there than just about anywhere else in the world.
For air accident investigator Frank Taylor, the evidence speaks for itself.
We discovered quite clearly that somebody had planted a bomb there, but nobody on the legal side, it would appear, believed us, and therefore, so far as we're aware, there has been no proper search for who did it, why they did it, or anything else. As an engineer and an investigator, I cannot see why anybody would want to consider anything other than the truth.